Imagine a room. It's pitch black, other than a candle in the center of the room. All around this candle is the most beautiful light you have ever seen. You begin to realize that a man is holding the candle. He appears happy. He invites you to come out of the darkness and join him in the light. You step closer to the man, intrigued by his light. Then, out of the corner of your eye, you notice figures walking around in the darkness around you. They appear to be very sad and alone. Then, the man with the candle steps forward, inviting you into his arms like a loving friend. You step forward and hug the man, joyfully welcoming a friend. After an embrace, which appears to take hours, you step back and look into the face of your new friend. You do not recognize him, but he seems as if you have known him for years. He smiles and reaches into his bag, pulls out a candle and hands it to you. You stand there next to him, awkwardly, holding your unlit candle. You feel an intense desire to have your candle lit like the man's. You hold out your candle and ask if your candle may be lit. The man smiles again and lights your candle with his. The man then turns and says, "I'll be back soon. Do as I have shown you." He then walks away, carrying his light with him. You see in the darkness behind you, a man is inching towards you. He is intrigued by your light. He has never seen a light so bright before. You start to feel unsure about what you are supposed to do. You notice that your light begins to flicker and goes out. Immediately, the man with the candle returns. You show him your candle and start to cry. He leans forward and wipes your tears, and then relights your candle. Moments later, just as before, he turns around and tells you, "I will return soon." You turn back around to see the saddened man still standing near you. You smile, reach into your pocket to find a candle. You give the candle to the man, and as it was with you, he asks you to light his candle. Happily, you reach forward and light it. The man then stands next to you and lights the candles of others. Soon the entire room is filled with an abundance of beautiful light. Whenever anyone's flame seems to flicker, you hurry to them and make sure their flame does not go out. Although, whenever it does, you gladly relight it for them. When you are ready, you open the door of the room and leave, with others following you, each of you with their own light. Some time later, a candle-laden man becomes selfish. He begins to think, "Why do I waste my time lighting candles? I should start charging people for me to light their candles." So he sets out charging a fee, but the candles lit by him are weak, and their flame dies quickly. Another man begins to think, "Why do I have all these candles why do I give all these candles to worthless people? I should light all these candles and keep them for myself." So the man took all the candles and lit them, and they burned a glorious flame. But the heat from all the combined candles melted them quickly, and the man was left alone in the darkness. A few years later, you find some people with candles, but they aren't lighting the candles of others. Instead, they are hiding their candles and keeping the light to themselves. You tell them that they should be outside in the darkness, showing people their light. Sadly, they do not listen to you, and you are forced to leave them alone. Many years later, you are an old-aged man, but you still make sure to light the candles of anyone you see in need. Laying in your bed, the man with the candle returns. He takes hold of your hand and leads you outside. You see a countless multitude around you of people holding candles. Then, all of you begin to rise into the sky at once. You appear in a place with a blinding light. This light was so glorious, you didn't realize you were no longer holding your candle. You looked into the face of the man and asked him, "Who are you?" He replied, "I am." "Well done, my good and faithful servant.